Testing, testing. I'm wondering if you guys can hear me. I'm using a new fancy thing called StreamYard. Okay, so I'm going to just work on this, and I figured this would be a good time to go live. So welcome, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube, which that's the only place you can watch it, you can leave comments, and I'll actually see them without having to go to YouTube. Why am I explaining this stuff? But I'll see your comments. I can put them on the screen, and I can answer your questions. So go ahead and leave questions, and I'll try to get to them when I want to take a little break. I'll go down and check out the comments. How's that sound? Oh boy, there's a bunch of people already. Hey, Vince, Matt, Troy, how you guys all doing? Okay, let me get situated here with some coffee. I've already had way too much coffee this morning. Hopefully I can do this. I don't know if I've tried streaming with Clip Studio and StreamYard while I'm drawing. So, hey, Comical Foods. So hopefully this works. Seems like everything's working. I need to get used to Clip Studio again because I've been using Photoshop for the last year. Wait, have I? It's been mainly Photoshop. Okay. I just need to draw some stuff. Okay, so what I'm doing, this is the Sithrah cover, but I wanted to redo it because the old version is it's just not very good. Let me find it. I'll just pull up a flat version of it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it easily. Where did my cursor go? Whoa, that's weird. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this was the cover. And, it was good. I liked it. It was all right, right? But then since then, I've recreated it for the T-shirt, and I liked it a lot better. And so I figured it's time to update Vana. And even Simon, the cat, his eyes are kind of like weird looking there. And the hair is kind of like a little bit more flat. I don't know. There's just a lot about it. The character doesn't have the expressiveness. I got better at inking. Like this was literally like, not literally, but it's one of the very first images I drew. No, it was after I'd drawn a little bit more of the pages, but it's still an early image, and I feel like Vana just doesn't look right now that I look at it. It's weird. I made big banners of that and everything, and I'm like, I don't want anyone to see that ever again. So I'm redoing this. Why, you ask, is because if I'm going to start putting it out on things like Macroverse, and there's actually a French app called Mushroom Editions that wants to put a French version of Sithrah on their website, on their app. And I just want the very first image to be better. So that's what I'm doing. So that's why I'm working on it. And I'm going to just redo the book cover with the cloth spine, but I'm also going to make it so that it's without the cloth spine as well. Yeah, so there you go. That's the explanation for my George Lucasing this. So I need to go into all those layers. For some reason, I can't find anything when I'm in Clip Studio. I'm confused. Oh, the inks are at the very bottom. Ta-da! If my computer crashes because of this, because I'm running Clip Studio, then that's what happened. If my feed stops, then it's just because it crashed. Why does that seem light? Oh, there's the old cover. There's the old drawing. There's the new drawing. It's weird, the lines aren't very black. How do I do that in Clip Studio? No. What's the hotkeys in Clip Studio to do levels? Anyone? I gotta figure it out now. I might have to just do this in Photoshop so that I can do it. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just use this gray color, and then I'll pull it into Photoshop later. Man, Clip Studio's brushes are so much nicer to use than Photoshop. Okay, let me talk to you guys for a second. Hey, Sonny and Philly. Troy says, let's show the comments here. I hate you had the trouble with the book 5. So glad the printer's taking care of it. Looking forward to getting these books purchased, all 6, and then some. Also looking forward to your next project. Thanks, Troy. Yeah, it was really stressful right when we found out, but then, you know, after I called the printers, I just didn't know what I should ask for. I didn't know if I was out of place, if they'd be like, it's okay, you know. But I showed them, I called them, and they were really quick to respond. They're like, send us pictures, send us the books. You know, if it's wrong, we want to make sure this is right. And so I sent them pictures, and then, you know, pretty immediately after that, and this is why we were trying to ship, they emailed me back and were like, okay, well, this is not good. We're going to contact our printing headquarters in Hong Kong and see what they say, how we can resolve this for you. And so then I just had to wait a day to hear what the response was. And once they called, I was nervous, but I knew that I had signed off on the proofs. And so I knew that I had kind of, I guess, legally the ability to demand that they were fixed. I just knew it'd cost a super boatload of money to get it fixed. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was normal, because this had never happened before. But then they called me back, and they were just like, we want to make this right. Like, whatever you want us to do, do it. We'll reprint everything. The printer wants to reprint everything because it was the print broker I was talking to. And they'll redo the slipcases, both books in the slipcase, send you 750 new ones of those, and then reprint all of volume 5. And I was just like, okay, if you can do that. And they're like, we can compensate for getting rid of the old books and whatever else you need. So that was really nice. And it made me once again go like, this is a good printer. I can trust these guys. You know. I'm still thinking of doing it for my next book using an American printer though, just to try that out for my next one, since it's not one of these Sithrah series books. See, I can't talk and work at the same time. I get confused. I thought I fixed this. I thought I already drew this. I guess I didn't. Okay. So anyway, oops, sorry I left your comment on there forever, Troy. Let's see. Jessica says, I literally just shot you an email when I got the notification about the live stream. Ah, I'll read it when I'm done. Yes. Sunny in Philly, hi. Alan says, hey, Jason got my copies of volume 5 and 6 on Saturday. Ah, so you're one of the few who got them. So I'll try to work out if you want a new copy of book 5 in February once we get the reprinted version of it with the spine that's a little tighter. Hopefully it doesn't bother you as is. Zach says, thank you for critiquing my art a while back on your video. It helped me out. Oh, good. Oh man, there's so many comments already. So why are you redoing the cover? I think I answered. Hopefully you were here when I answered the question. Just scroll back a little bit and you'll see the answer. Looking good. Thank you. Vince says, saw your update about book 5 situation. Hope it all gets handled smoothly. Yep, it seems like it is. Good timing. You're working on colors in Clip Studio right now. Welcome, Hannah. Hannah. I always forget, Hannah, if you're Hannah or Hannah. I have 2 Hannahs. And one's Hannah and one's Hannah. Makes total sense to me. Control L. Isn't that Control L? I must have messed with my hotkeys because that doesn't work for me. That works it's Command L in Photoshop. So maybe I screwed it up. Edit, tonal correction, level correction. Edit, tonal correction, level correction. Yes, thanks, Jessica. Woohoo! There it is. Now it's black. Hopefully that just did that layer though. I guess it did. Sorry guys, you're watching me learn live. Don't forget to like the video, thank you. Okay, I need to do a better job of looking at comments while this is live. Prefer Photoshop ability to handle levels. I do too. Honda. Okay, Hana. Yeah, right. Studio Hana. you explained it, Hana, in an email to me or something in a comment, and then I called another Hannah, and she's like, no, it's Hannah. And I was like, what? What am I doing wrong? So then I forgot who was who. King Crow says that. Thank you. And then Leslie says, ooh, love watching your stuff while I work. I've got a big pile of pages today, so I'm glad to have your stream, even if only for a little while. Well, good. Well, I'm happy to have you. Oh, and here's one more comment. I'm going to put out a Western manga magazine. To put out is going to be coming out June 2020. The first 3 issues are free to read alongside the launch of issue 4 on Kickstarter. Cool. Make it happen. All right, guys. I got through the comments, so I'm going to work a little bit. Anyone who's seen my streams before knows that I cannot multitask. I can barely even do one thing right at a time. Okay, let's get the rest of these inks in. Which I thought I already did this. Watch, it's gonna probably, it'll probably like be in another file or something. Or I'll find the layer and like when I'm done, I'll find the layer where I fixed it already. Oops. I think that works. Oh, whoops. Feels like it's been a long time since I've actually drawn. Even though it hasn't. I've been working on shapes, but since it's not on Sithrah, something about having your own project that's 100% you. Oh, have you guys seen Shapes? Have you guys, anyone read it yet? Does anyone like it? I hope you like it. I worked on it all year. All my hotkeys that I'm used to in Photoshop are not quite the same. Okay. That's better. Now to just get the colors working. Save. Well, while it's saving, let's see what's happening. Pablo says, I was talking about you in an artist group and suddenly, boom, your live stream appeared. Nice. That must have been why I suddenly had the itching to do it. Oops. And Jim O'Reilly says, hello, everybody. What's this? Jim, this is a redraw. I'm redoing the cover of Sithrah so that all the new faces that see it for the first time online, that the first image they see is actually better than the first image that they would have seen if I kept the old cover. We're talking about how to divide our time. First practice the fundamentals and then the portfolio, or at the same time while work fundamentals and portfolio. Haven't read Shapes yet? Well, you got some time. It's going to be coming out every month for 5 more months. Well, okay, so you're asking at Ajax. If I switched from Photoshop to Clip Studio, and I've been switching back and forth for a long time. Oh, I forgot about this whole thing where we put question in bold. Yes, let's do that. I forget my own rules. So if you guys have a question that you want me to read live on the stream, so that I can help sort through the ones that are directed at me, then yeah, put question in bold, just like this question you see on the screen. Question in bold, and then I'll know it's directed at me, and I'll go straight to those instead of just reading random comments. Although I do appreciate random comments. Hi, Jason. I started blogging. This is by Comical Foods. I started blogging right after I saw your blog. How do you plan your blog topics? Or do you just improvise? I haven't made any solid decisions yet on how I'm going to do it yet. Partially because I don't know. Like when I blogged with Remind Blog, I had it was kind of like behind the scenes making comics, and I had, and that was every Thursday, I think, and I would reserve that for just like what I was learning. Now I feel like I've grown enough and things have changed so much that I don't think it would interest me to just write blog posts about what I'm learning about how to make comics anymore. And so it's kind of been a head scratcher. I think it's going to just be more of a behind the scenes, what I'm working on, what I'm doing, what I'm excited about. And I'll just try to do it. I'll try to at least do it once a month, maybe once every 2 weeks. So the last one was kind of just an update on the situation with the books not getting printed right and having to go back to print, and the announcement of Shapes hitting stores, and I was doing a local signing and stuff. So I just kind of did that, but I don't know how I'm going to go about the blog, but I really want to commit to it for all of 2020 and just see what happens with that. Maybe nothing happens. Maybe it's not at all worth it. But maybe I just enjoy it. Maybe it's kind of like a journal for me, and so it's kind of enjoyable like that. So we'll see. Let me take your question off. Brink. I'll come back at you guys in a second. Man, my computer is slow. I'm having a hard time with these layers in Clip Studio. Man. This is the problem when I open up something after years. I just can't do it right anymore. Why is, oh, it's this mask that's screwing everything up. Man, I'm having the worst time trying to figure out these masks that I made. And then my hotkeys. You guys, I should have not started streaming. It's embarrassing. What, do masks not work the same in Clip Studio as they do in Photoshop? I'm so confused. Grunt. I should just flatten it all and then I'll just have colors to pick from instead of all these masks. This is pretty simple color anyway. As for the inks, I'm so confused. Oh, is it this? Okay, that's probably what it was. Welcome to the Beginner Artist channel, where this artist doesn't know how to do anything, and he stumbles around live, so you can feel better about yourself. Okay. I still don't get it. whether I select white or black, it still acts as a mask. Are you guys following this? Do you guys know what my problem is here? Oh, if anyone knows why I can't figure out how to do these masks, and they're watching me stumble around, and you have the answer, right? Answer. And then tell me what I'm doing wrong. Nope, no answers yet. Guys, you guys need to make me look good. Right now, I'm not looking good because I can't figure out the basics. I almost feel like I want to just flatten this together. Oh, it's slightly transparent. So many things. Okay. I can fix it. I can solve my own problems. Let's make this white. Oh, really? Paint bucket's taking some time. Oh, that's right. Clip Studio does that. I should have started working on Clip Studio for like a couple hours before I started streaming with it out of the blue. That would have been wise. Okay, now I'm going to merge this to the white. Okay, now it's just the color that it is. Man, that took forever. Oh, I think I'll make that. That was all forehead before. Okay, now for this one. Answer. Have you tried selecting the transparent color instead of black or white? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Or would I use an eraser on it? Is that what you mean? Versus the brush? Oh, okay. So maybe it's not a black and white image. It's just a transparency. That's what is that what you're saying? I guess because in Photoshop it's just you're painting a black or white image. Okay. Well, I guess yeah. I'll just use the eraser instead of white. Okay. Thanks, Cam. Hey guys, if you haven't seen Cam's art, go check him out. Look him up. Cam Kendall. Amazing. Let me explain in a different way. Hit C while using a brush. Okay. Well, I have an ink pen. Hopefully that qualifies as a brush. And then C. 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 Ooh. Okay. Oh, I see. is changing over here. I had no idea you could do that. Okay. Thanks, Cam. It's problem solved. Now to just do it so that I'm not stumbling around next time. Oh, yes, it's working. I'm going fast. Yes. Now I need to remember that. C, that's kind of like X on Photoshop to change your front and back color, palette color. Except I can't select that gradient color. Oh well. I'll cross that bridge when I need to get to it, when I need to cross it. Cat has a real subtle hint of blue at it. It's probably not, you probably can't see it on the screen. Whoa, not that. Okay, what happened to my white? What did I screw up now? Oh, it's these, right? No. I must have deleted something. I'm having the worst time trying to fix this. Okay, you know, I'm going to switch over to Photoshop. Now that I got the inks inked, because this is not working. So I'll save this as something else. I'm just going to scroll up through the comments real quick and see if there's any questions. Sorry, at this point, I got to skip over all the comments that don't say question in bold so that it's not, so you guys don't get too bored. Nick knows how to get attention. He just types everything in bold. Here's a question. Are you going to go back and work on your Phobos book now that Shapes is done? I'm glad you asked. So I don't know how much I've shared on all the different places where I've shared information. You know, I've told patrons one thing and people on live streams other things, and I always forget what I've said where. But for the most part, I was going to do Phobos full blast as soon as Shapes was done. And then when I made all the money with the Indiegogo campaign, I said, well, I have enough money to pay for next year's bills, so I really should work on a brand new thing because I have the money set aside to do it. And I was trying to get everything ready to go by the end of this year and finished so that January I could get into the office after Christmas vacation and sit down and go, what do I want to work on? Let's work on this new thing, and we'll just start from scratch, and it'll just be like a breath of fresh air. And then things started piling up on my plate for early next year, and suddenly my plate is looking like it's kind of full of things, especially the first half of the year. And some of them I can't go into yet, but I will eventually. And then the final straw was when the Sithrah books were slightly defective, and we had to go back to the printer, and they gave me a new schedule to get them to me in February of next year. And so suddenly Sithrah was not cleared off my plate, and I would be coming back from vacation and knowing that I still need to go through this crazy like a couple weeks or a month of shipping. And so then suddenly my mind just kind of switched from going, I want to start a new project, to back to I want to just work on Phobos because I've already written it. It's already 200 pages in, and I just want to work on something that's already moving. It's already on the tracks and rolling down the tracks. And so my heart has kind of switched back to Phobos, and I started looking at the pages again and the script again and getting excited about it again. And it's something I can juggle in between other things very easily because it's easy for me to fall back into it and fall in love with it like that. And so that is the plan. I know I keep going back and forth, but I think, oops, let me open this up while I'm talking. But I think at this point, I'm kind of favoring doing Phobos now. And so that will be my goal for the year, as far as a graphic novel goes, is to get a 500-page volume of Phobos done so that I can launch it as an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter by late next year. I do have another Kickstarter I want to do in the summer for my children's book, which is called Pigeon's Progress. And Nick Welch, who's in the chat here, is helping work on that. And it's kind of like a junior graphic novel, so it still is a graphic novel, but but more of a children's junior graphic novel. And so in between that, and I'm kind of done working on the children's book, so other people are helping me at this point on it. So between teaching CGMA, managing Kickstarters, fulfilling the Sithrah Kickstarter campaign, and a couple other random things that are happening, I'll be working on Phobos all the free time that I have. And that's the goal for 2020. At this point, anything can change. Maybe I'll come back from Christmas break and I'll be like, woohoo, I just thought up a whole new story. You know, what can I say? But hold on, you guys, I can't even load a file while I'm talking. So give me a second to find this file and load it. And then I'll keep babbling. Okay. So now I'm loading up the old version. No, it's not the old version. It's just before I started streaming. And it will be in Photoshop, so I don't have to get as confused. And so this is, wait, what is going on? Now I'm really confused. My brain is just not working. I can't figure out why is this right and this one wrong? I thought that was an old version. Oh, the pain. Okay, I'm going to just close this. Oh, no, there's still problems. Okay. I must have saved it right after I did the inks. Okay. So now I'm going to open up the inks in Photoshop. I don't need to. I might just redo some of the stuff I did. Probably be easier than just dragging it over and figuring out what's the problem. Oh, you guys. I'm glad my performance today isn't. Hopefully it doesn't sway any of your opinions. Unless your opinion was really bad, then hopefully it sways you to the good. I don't know. Okay. So I kind of redid some of the. What is going on? So it's this mask that's hiding all the colors. Is that it? Is that what I was doing? Right there. Boom. There we go. It just took me to open it up in Photoshop to figure out what I did wrong. Okay, now I can close this. Sheesh. I'll just stay in Photoshop. This is ridiculous. There's the white that I created that I don't need. It's kind of a messy file. What is this? Okay, one thing at a time. Work on this. You guys, I feel like giving up. I'm just gonna stop working on this and just go home. My brain's hurting too much trying to figure it out. Okay, there we go. Forgot about those. I'm not sure about this line coming out of the hair right here. It's almost like it needs to be somewhere else. Of course, this is going to all be off the page, so it doesn't really matter. Come on, get it right. That kind of separates it. Oh, here we go. I'm getting too crazy now. I'm starting to get all detailed on things that I shouldn't be doing. Now for this layer, those grads are going to kill me. Trying to get those looking the same. maybe I should. I'll duplicate this just so I have a reference of it. And then I'll just kill that grad. If I can. Oops, sorry, I left your question up there forever. Did I even answer it? Yes, I do want to work on Phobos. And so just so everybody knows, and if there's any unclarity, I still will plan on showing it to patrons only as I'm working on it. I still plan on continuing to give patrons the ability to buy softcover books as I finish them. And then eventually, once I get all the pages done for the first 500-page volume, then I'll launch the Kickstarter. And that will be the kind of the public version of Phobos that everyone can buy. But the little soft covers are just kind of a patron only type thing. And they'll kind of stay that way. I might allow people on my mailing list to be able to order them at some point in the future, but it's not going to be an ongoing thing. It won't be something that will just be available though. So, because I don't want the soft covers to be the thing that people get, other than the super hardcore collectors who just want it really bad. Yeah, okay. There's one guy who, every time I mention Phobos in a video or an email, he'll email me and email me a really long response. And it's great because it's kind of it's neat to just hear his thoughts about digesting everything I'm making. And he's really good at just saying why he thinks certain things work and won't work. And it's just kind of a neat window into someone else's opinion of my stuff. And he's very open about it. And he keeps insisting that Phobos is the thing. Phobos this, Phobos that. That is your thing. That's going to be the thing that everyone's going to like. And I'm like, really? He's like, my girlfriend likes cats. So as long as there's a cat in it, you're good. But Phobos. Yes, Phobos. So I know I'll at least make one person happy. All right, let me dig for some questions real quick. Maybe there's none. Nope, we got one right here. Christina Lynn says, question, can you reveal the plot of Pigeon's Progress yet? Yeah, actually, I can show you guys a little bit of it. Let me just do that. I've been trying to do that to my patrons, and for some reason I could never screen share. But let me just show you, because I'm really proud of it. My friend Nolan Lee is coloring all the pages, because we both wanted, I wanted it to be kind of ideally in a John Clausen style. And my friend Nolan Lee, he emailed me out of the blue, and we had a long call about just his children's book career and how he should go about things and whatever. And I was like, well, and he's like, I want to try a John Clausen style next. I'm like, well, I have a book I'm working on that I want to do a John Clausen style on too, but I just, you know, I can't spend the time to paint it. And then, you know, the conversation kept going, and he offered to paint it. And so that's, you know, we're going to launch a Kickstarter, and we haven't worked out the details, but I think it's going to be kind of like a, I'll try to set it up so it's both of our campaign, and if there's any profit, we share it, because he's been doing this amazing job painting all the pages. And it's taken him a long time. And he's doing it as an exercise to learn John Clausen style, I think. And it's beautiful. So I'm trying to load one right now. It's not working. So this is a splash page. This would be the credits page on the left-hand side. And then the right side is, you know, the first page. And it's cropped about an inch in from here. We have a lot of bleed. And it's written, I wanted to write it in like a Dr. Seuss style thing. And it's about this pigeon here, baby pigeon, who wants to learn to fly. He's learning to fly, and his father, a messenger pigeon, has set out some seeds to show him the way to the perfect of perches to practice today. Well, I'm rhyming. And so he sets out these seeds for him. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I've set out some seeds to show you the way to the perfect perch to soar from today. The perch is precisely for pigeons like us, but for now I must deliver this package. I must. And he takes off and he goes to deliver his package. So all these are painted by Nolan Lee, and they're based on my sketches. I sketched this all out, and he's just nailing it. He's nailing my sketches, and he's really bringing it to life with his painting, though. So here you can see the cropping, and he's like, the pigeon's like, well, perhaps I must practice. You know, all these other birds are flying. Maybe practice is what I'm missing. And there's a lot of pages that are missing too, so you can't tell exactly what's happening. So anyway, this is kind of how the story goes. He starts following the seeds, and along the way, he runs into birds like Impatient Eagle, and Impatient Eagle's like, well, so father did say to follow the feed to the perfect perches to practice. He followed and pecked and ate up the seed. But his neighbor, the eagle, moved faster indeed. You're going too slow, Impatient Eagle was flustered. I need to get past to this perch to be mastered. My wings are full grown and perfectly fine. If we wait any longer, we'll be left behind. And so, you know, it keeps going. A couple pages have passed since then. He runs into Crow, complaining Crow. I'll tell you what I do when things don't go right. When I'm in a mess, I complain day and night. I complain about cars and cats as they pass. I gripe about feathers, my beak in the past. I whine all the time about trucks, tails, and picnics. It's really quite easy. Just pick something and nitpick. So anyway, so he tries all these different things. You know, here's Angry Albatross, who starts, him and Crow get in a fight, and then they fly away, beating each other up, and he realizes that that's bad advice. You know, so it kind of just follows his thing. Here's lying lorikeet. Here's what you do. Tell your father you flew. I already flew? He'll be so proud of you. Percy thought twice of lying Laurie's advice. Perhaps just one lie, I might give this a try. One false fact won't do. You'll need 2, 3, or 4. Next time you see him, you'll need to forge more. So anyway, that's all I'll show you guys. But it's going well, and I'm really proud of it. And I think we're a little bit more than halfway done with the pages, and they're turning out beautiful. And I love the story, and so we'll see what happens when I launch it. It's going to be, children's books, so it's not in my category really, so I don't really know how to market it. As like I guess I'll just market it the same way I've been marketing my graphic novels, and hope that people find it. And hopefully Nolan will hopefully pull in his audience too, and so hopefully we'll be able to get some good traction from it, and see what happens with it. So I don't have any plans other than just try to get it out there. There are a couple publishers I would like to pitch it to, so I might pitch it to them before we launch a Kickstarter and just see if they're interested. And if they are, then maybe we won't do a Kickstarter. We'll just try to sell it to a publisher. But if no one's interested, then I'm not sad about doing a Kickstarter. I love doing Kickstarters. So there you go, sneak peek, eh? Hopefully Nolan doesn't mind me showing his beautiful artwork. Cam, yeah, it is a nod to the Pilgrim's Progress, as you can kind of tell with the writing. All the characters are allegorically named, and if it was following Pilgrim's Progress, this would be like the first third of the book. In Pilgrim's Progress, he gets to the cross and his burden is laid down, and so I figured that's kind of this symbolic of this phase. He's able to fly now, and then if there's a second and third book, he would be eventually trying to deliver a message like his father to a distant land that no one else believes exists. And so he's running into, crossing the sea and running into different animals along the way who are trying to get him to, I don't know, whatever, I haven't written it, but yeah, it's fun. I'm really excited about it. I hope, I hope it strikes the right chord with the right people. What's the cover look like? I kind of have a rough idea. Where is it? Hold on, give me a second while I find it. This is where we're at right now with the cover. I think it's going to be basic. Nick Welch did this, and we're not going to have all the words around the title like this. It'll just be, and I think we're going to take away some of the feathers. And Nick designed this font. Nick, who's in the chat still, I think, and the word balloons. So this is kind of what we're going for as far as the font goes. This art is a little old, but the font and the word balloons are right. So this is kind of what we're thinking. I don't know. It might change though, because I know the cover is pretty important to get right. So there you go. Let's see. Okay, let me keep going on this. So I'm thinking summer. Summer's when I'll launch. That's when I'm tentatively launching Pigeon's Progress, if we do the Kickstarter route, if no publishers are interested. This file is such a mess. I really did just throw this thing together when I made it. I was like, oh, well, I'll never dig through these layers again. Who cares? What? You guys probably can't see what I'm doing because I'm doing it so small. Sorry, I'm strobing you with my mask selections. Okay, I think I got most of the sloppy parts cleaned up. Sithrah up here. Why? Okay, it's better than it was before. As long as it's better. Let's save this real quick. Nick, why are you redoing this cover? Have you seen the original cover, Nick? Let me show you the that was the original cover drawing. That was the inks. That versus that. Versus, ooh, right? And this would have been the first image everyone would have seen saying, hey, buy this great book. This is the cover, so it's obviously way better than the stuff that's inside. So this is kind of okay. So I'm sure the stuff inside will be kind of less than okay. Whereas this was like, this is better. So I like this better. So that's why I'm redoing it. Most everything's the same except for, well, no, it's not. Coloring and the stuff is the same, but the inks are better. I feel like it's more true to how the art looks towards the end of the book. So I definitely got better at drawing the girl as I was going through the book. So yeah. All right, I got to clean up this mask now. Hey Nick, I'm in between things, okay? I can do this. I can clean up a cover. I'm going to show this cover is going to start appearing on, different websites and stuff, and that are going to showcase the book. And so I want to make sure it's a cover that is the best it can be to kind of pull in a new audience. And I didn't feel like that last cover, the old version, I didn't feel like it was very strong anymore. It just did not seem very good to me. Ooh, got a little eyebrow up here. See, that's getting good. Question, so are you doing a second printing, special edition, etc.? No, not for Sithrah. I still have a lot of copies. I printed 5,000 copies of Sithrah 1, so I still have a lot of those. And I'll probably run out of those last because I have, as I've been printing this next issues, I haven't been printing as many because I wanted to run out of all of them at the same time instead of like random books in the series, one before another. And so far, it's looking like they will run out around the same time. I'll have more copies of book 6 than anything, probably just because of the reprinting. They're also reprinting a bunch, 750 copies of book 6. And so, I'll have 750 copies more of that book than I will of book 5. So I'll have extra copies of book 1 and 6. And the plan is like just to let these go out of stock and not reprint these like this anymore. Eventually, someday, when I feel like the audience is ready for it, I will try to combine them into volumes, like 2 volumes or 3 volumes for the whole Sithrah story, and release them again, maybe do a Kickstarter campaign. My thoughts are to do like a reprint drive one of these years where I reprint Remind, reprint Sithrah, but do them all as like omnibus editions. And if I have 2 or 3 different stories that I could do all in that campaign, then I can kind of justify it. But I can't. The problem with publishing 6 volumes, 6 books in to make one story and have them be these really high quality hardcovers is that it costs like about $12,000 to print each hardcover. And, so that ends up being a lot of money to reprint the whole thing. And so it just makes it really hard for me to be able to reprint them unless there's a big demand for it. So that's why I'm thinking like a reprint drive would answer that question of if there's the demand. And if there's not the demand, then it's fine. I'll keep working on the next books. And eventually, maybe 2 years after that, I can try it again and see if there's the demand for it at that point, I think the longer things are out of stock, the more of a demand there will probably be once I do a reprinting. But at this point in my business model, I'm not sure if I want to. Well, with Sithrah specifically, I don't want to keep reprinting it as is. I want this to just be a standalone series like this, and then the future way I print it is a mystery still. So, yeah. There you go. Blink. Not a question, Nick says. I'm just jealous you have time between projects to do this. Well, the only reason, Nick, is because I would be shipping out books right now, but that just completely imploded on itself. And so I found myself with a whole week, a week and 2 days where I'm not shipping out books before I go on my Christmas break. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll work on this. And then I was like, maybe I'll work on some Phobos pages. So I'm planning on working on some new Phobos pages. Excuse me, for the rest of this week. And so hopefully I can get you some Phobos pages before, not you, Nick. I mean, I can get them for you too, but hopefully I can get some Phobos pages uploaded onto Patreon before I leave. I don't know if I'll have time. We'll see. Yeah. I've always dreamed about having like free time between projects, and it never seems like it happens. So I'm kind of embracing this right now and going, yes. I cleaned my whole office. If you guys could look around my office, it's really clean in here. Like I vacuumed, I like organized. I spent like 2 or 3 days last week, just like after everything fell apart, I just was like, forget it. I'm going to go clean my office so that next time I go in there, I feel good about myself. Because it's always like frustrating to come into a really messy situation and stuff everywhere, reminders of all the things you haven't done, and be like, okay, now I need to be inspired to work. Question by Atra. How are you? I am doing good. I'm actually very I feel like I'm in a good mood, even though there's all the kind of the shipping drama and the reprinting the books happened, like having to deal with all that. I'm feeling really good. I think I've kind of when the printer told me they would take care of it and reprint things, I was like, okay, I'm ready for vacation now. I'm ready to go on a trip and get out of town for a while and enjoy the holidays. And plane tickets are already bought, so we're ready to go. Now it's just doing last minute things before we leave. What is going on? What is all this garbage? So yeah, I'm feeling good about it all though. Let me just do a grad right here. Right. Okay, getting through these layers. Oh, now I got this layer. It's so similar. Maybe I can. That didn't work. It's like the opposite. Okay, let me try it again. And then invert. It kind of does it. Except it's only the hair. Invert, and then okay, I'm gonna cut this stuff out again. I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over. It's because I am. So you'll be proud of me, Nick, once I'm done. You'll realize. You'll realize when I'm redoing this cover once it's done. You'll be proud of me. What is that? Ooh, there's a little blue in her eye. That's good. There we go. Now there's These colors are wrong. Man, I thought I would get this done in like an hour and just be like blammo, but no. Oh. I don't know where this bit of color is at. And I'll just leave it like that. Okay, now I got to put this grad back in. Why does that look different? No, it's all messed up. Where is my name? I don't know where this is. Oh, it's in the inks. I get it. Got my name on there 3 times. Sheesh. Why? Get rid of that. I think I'll leave that one on there. Let me compare it to the other book. Where is it? I'm missing some cat color. All right, let me look at comments. Oh, and leave a comment on there forever. Thank you very much. Wonky art. Color stunning. Love the new direction you are taking with it. Thank you. Why are you redoing the cover? Steve! Steve, have you seen the first cover? Just look at the first cover, and then you'll realize why I'm redoing it. I've said it. I've already said it a lot, but it's because I'm starting to market this book in different ways online, and I want the first image people to see to be better than what was the first image. So I figure now's a good time to spend some time retweaking this first cover so that the very first image new readers see makes me happy instead of makes me go, ooh, I kind of rushed that, didn't I? You know? So yeah, plus I need to kind of make some new art for the online portals that I'm going to be putting it on, like Macroverse, and I want them to have a nice new version of the cover instead of the old cover, and some other sites that I'm putting it on. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. Oh, no, I'm not. I need to do the cat. Where did the cat color go? Because I have like a yellowish. It's like I deleted a layer or something. Okay, I'm going to have to open up my old file. Sithrah 1 cover. this master file is so big. I drew it sloppy and then I made it huge. Yay. Good job, Jason. And I printed this original cover out of like 10-foot tall banners for conventions. And I'm never going to display that 10-foot tall banner again. Now this I would, if I had this as a 10-foot tall banner. Hello, skits. I'm loading a picture right now, so that's why I'm sitting here just spacing off. Even though, you know, my nickname my brother used to call me was Spacin' instead of Jason, because I'd space off all the time. It's like thinking about ideas. Yes, that's right. I was thinking about story ideas. That's exactly what I was doing. See, look at the difference. And then, ooh. This one's a lot busier here with the hair, but I like it better. You can still follow the plane down. Must have took it out. That's fine. Okay, let's find. Oh, I gotta shrink this down. I don't know what I shrunk this down to. Let's try 400 for right now. 600 DPI. Just thinking a little bit. How long have I been streaming? Where's the time? Does it show me my time? Oh yeah, 1 hour and 43 minutes. Woohoo! It's been a party nonstop. Nonstop. Here's another question from Israel. Well, hello. Smiley face. I fell in love with your art style and stories. Waiting for Sithrah 2 through 4 to arrive. Couple of questions. How can I get 5 and 6? Or where can I buy shapes? Did you order 2 through 4 just online somehow? I would assume so. Maybe I could get you, maybe if you email me, how about this? Email me afterwards, after this is over, and ask me the same question, and I'll figure out a way to get your order in with the rest of the Indiegogo campaign so that I can just fulfill it all at the same time. Because I'm not planning on selling book 6 for another year. Like anyone who got into the campaign is the only ones getting book 6, unless you meet me in person, you know. Because the publication date on book 6 isn't for another year. That's just what I'm doing, just to kind of reward the Kickstarter backers and Indiegogo supporters. But it won't hit the stores or online shops or anything for another year till 2021. So yeah, email me and I'll figure out a way to get you them, even if I have to just do it outside of Kickstarter. So yeah, I want to make sure you can get them if you want them. And let's see. Question from Steve. Are we getting signed copies of Shapes? I got the first one and it was great. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. I'm signing them at my local comic shop. But and so if you call them and order it through them, that's kind of what I'm doing, is telling everyone to order it through my local shop. They have 100 copies of each issue, and they'll sell signed copies too. But if you wait next year, there's going to be other possibilities to get it. Like once the series starts wrapping up, there's going to be other ways to get it from me. So just hold tight if you want signed versions of shapes, and we'll make sure that there are ways that we're working out the details of it. It's just I just didn't want to promise like individual issues on a monthly basis to ship out, because it's just a ton of work to keep up on that. So I just kind of opted out. So, but eventually, yeah, just hang tight. Early next year, just stay on the mailing list, and I'll let you know. New cover looks great. I like the larger eye. That it emphasized the fact that she's young and just reads clearer to me. Yeah, me too. Thank you. I'm glad you agree. Oh wait, it finally opened. I guess it opened a long time ago and I was busy babbling. Let me try to find this cat. Oh wait, I was waiting for it to shrink. That's what I was waiting for. See? I can't do more than one thing, you guys, at a time. Hair color. Now there's more layers on this that I don't remember. Cat. Blur. What's the deal? Was it? I guess I had my inks above it before, which makes sense. That works. I'll just kind of resize it. Excuse me. Line up the nose. It's like I made him bigger too. I don't know if you guys can see at all what I'm doing. It's kind of super subtle. Oh, it's just a grad. Okay. Now for the eyeballs. think I got all the little weird details, weird subtle things. Yeah. I'm going to put old inks here. I don't want to ever get mixed up with that. Cloth. Trim and fold lines. Okay, I'm going to call that done. So if I ever were to reprint the first book, that would be the cover now, but I'm not going to reprint the first book as is. So I do want to make a version of it where it doesn't have the cloth. There, done. I don't know how it'll work. I should just shrink it down, I guess. Oops. All right, designer friends. How do I make this logo work? What do I do? Should I just make it way smaller? Is that the answer? Is that the answer you were looking for, Jason? I feel like I'm going to make that hairline just a little bit darker now, because it kind of fades out. Oops, not like that. Oh, come on. Now I'm going to go and change all this other stuff. Oh, okay, good. That was easier than I thought it would be. Wrong button every time. Jeez, come on. Okay. I feel like it's too heavy on the left now. It's because I cropped off all the stuff on the left. But I don't want to crop it on the right too much. Maybe I'll just make some crop, like trim. Oh, I have a trim mark right here. This is just for me to see what it looks like. I need to resize the words again. Sheesh. All right, I think that works for me. Oh, let's see if any designer input was given. Mirror it and I'll see the problem. Are you saying there's a problem? I don't think there's a problem. Ah, look at that cat's face. No. This still works all right for me. There's this weird little part right here that bothers me kind of, but I might just clean up this little area right here. Boop. That didn't do it. Why am I doing it so screwed up? Now let me flip this back. Where was it? Where's that color? Oh, there it is. Huh. Everything's playing tricks on me now. I don't know why it's... Oh, there we go. There's part of the problem. Oh, that was the problem. Okay, I could put Kingdom of the Air down here if I really wanted to. Would probably lost that though. Did I delete it? It's okay. I can get it from the other file. Let me just save this as a kind of a web happy version. Web. Cover, new, web. Save. All right. I think that looks good. Hopefully I caught all the little weird glitches. I think there's something funny with Simon's face with the colors. There's might be a mask that's really slightly showing through, but I can't tell. So anyway, I guess I can look at it cross-eyed once I sign off. I'll spare you guys that. Just scrolling through the comments real quick. All right, guys, no more questions for me. So that's a good thing. And I've been streaming for 2 hours. It's 3:30. Yeah, there's definitely a little weird mask on the cat's face. Has a slight blue to it in a little section. Okay, I'll figure that out after I stop streaming. Well, thanks you guys for... Oh, someone has a question? And had a question? See if I can find it. I don't see it. Oh, there. What is the name of that French app? It's called Mushroom Editions. Let me just find it real quick. I think I can find it quick. They haven't launched yet. They're going to be launching Mushroom, like mushroom, but much room editions. I don't know if I know they have a site. They just sent it to me, but they just barely started promoting it. They put out a commercial and they started to put it on YouTube and they started their social media accounts. But they're putting a lot of money into it, so I don't know where the money's coming from, but it seems like they got the money to make it work. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. I need to go into my email. And they're kind of setting it up similar to Webtoons, where they'll pay based on the amount of subscribers you have per month. Give me 1 second. Here we go. So it's just here. It's just muchroom-editions.com. Launch Kickstarter. See, I don't know what any of it says because it's in French. But I've been talking to them for the last while, and I don't know. It's new, but I'm always excited when a company wants to translate my work and display it, and then they're even offering to pay. Like their pay rate is really good based on how many subscribers I get. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll get it hardly anything from it, but it doesn't hurt me to sign up to give license the French digital version that they will translate and then put on their website. And I think they're launching like I think it's like the middle of next year, middle of 2020. So yeah, Much Room Editions. So check it out. If you guys speak French, hit them up, contact them. I mean, I know they're looking for, they're aggregating people as we speak, and they're gearing up to launch. So it's kind of like the whole Macroverse thing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Macroverse. Macroverse Media. I remind is on here. So it's an app. It's kind of like Webtoons. So yeah, you go to the app and download it, and Remind is being put on here, and they pay as based on how much subscribers I have, and it looks pretty good. I like this a lot better than like Webtoons because of the way it is. So go. You got to go to get the app to really see it. And you can read Remind on there. Sithrah's going to go up on there too. So it's sites like this that are willing to pay me to republish my content are making me go, okay, I better get a good cover for Sithrah now. A good first impression is important. So that's why I'm doing the new cover. Whoa, bunch of comments all of a sudden. Another question here by Steve. What are you going to do with all those extra books? I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of them. I could just hold on to them and then sell them slowly, but I would have to sell them at a discount. And it's like I would lose money just having warehouse space for them. And I don't want to just leave them in my garage. My wife would kill me. So I'm most likely going to get rid of a lot of them. I'll probably recycle a lot of them, but I'll have a lot of extra copies of volume book 6 because those aren't blemished. So I'm not going to throw those away. And I might have those be like a book that I can give away to people or to schools or at events, bring a stack of those books because I have extras, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm kind of looking into separating out the good ones from the bad ones, putting them in boxes, and then maybe hauling them to a recycling company because it's just too many, too many defects of one kind of book out of a whole series. It just Now, if I had the whole series, that many defects, then yeah, I'd keep them and I would sell them all in sets as a discounted price. But just having one book that's weird makes it difficult. So I'm still trying to figure it out, and we'll see. Just started reading Sithrah today. Love your art. Thank you. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to take off. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for helping me get through this this updated cover. I'm glad I got it done. And tomorrow I'm going to start working on Phobos again. So I don't know if I'll stream it. I probably won't, but I'll just be working on that this week. And I'll try to have a patron video call either towards the end of this week or Monday or Tuesday of next week. So if you're a patron, look forward to that. And that's all the news I got. I'm sure there's more news, but that's it. That's all I got. Wait, oh, there's more comments now. Now I got to read more comments. Okay, I'm really seriously gonna go. Don't forget the weekend chat. Oh yes, Steve, thank you for reminding me. I will. I'll try to set it up for Saturday. Yeah, that should work out perfect actually this Saturday, because there's not a lot of other things going on, unlike the last Saturday, which was drama. So, yeah, good. Okay, guys. See ya. Oh yeah. Thanks, Adrian. Shapes 2 out on the 18th. I thought it was out now, but apparently it wasn't. So it's out on the 18th. So look forward to Shapes coming soon to a comic shop near you. All right, ending broadcast. See you all